It's basically riffing on Dr. Strangelove. We realized that 1903 was the year in which the rocket was essentially invented. It's actually the first rocket. Pendrick invents the rocket. We try to have our feet in what is reality and then go from there. Obviously, nobody invented the rocket, but the technology, at least the idea of it, existed as early as 1903, and in fact earlier.
Are you all right, Murdoch? We parachuted late.
I flew! I actually flew!
Yeah. It's quite something, isn't it?
Yes!
The launch tube and control room are over there.
I flew.
Having Peter Stebbings here is a real treat for me. We've known each other a really long time, and we have these two characters that are very simpatico, and so I think a lot of that translates onto the screen, so it's really enjoyable for me.
I think there's a mutual respect of intellect there. I think I admire him as a great mind, and I think he thinks the same. I think that he thinks, Pendrick is like one of these people who's on his level. We get along really well off camera. I think that translates definitely on screen.
It certainly isn't intended to carry an explosive.
What's it intended to carry, then?
Me.
You.
The intent of my invention is the exact opposite of war, Murdoch. I seek nothing less than to be an ambassador to a world beyond our own. The moon, Murdoch. I intend to go to the moon.
I think anytime we bring Pendrick back, it's a lot of fun, and it allows for this fantastical quality. It gives us, a bit of creative license. We can do fun stuff. We can fly. There's that aspect of the show that's always present that I really, really enjoy.
When we finally got into who Pendrick was, he was originally going to be Murdoch's nemesis. In season 3, he was introduced. He was a man who was obviously a scientist like himself, kind of a Murdoch, only Murdoch thought he was an evil version of himself, and it turned out that he wasn't. And then in season 5, when we were thinking of doing the electric car, Pendrick seemed like the logical person who would invent an electric car, and that was a turn in the character. And from that point on, Pendrick was the guy who invented the technology years ahead of everyone else.
I think the subject we tackled with Pendrick that was the coolest was the electric car. And the truth of it is, it was around. As a matter of fact, there are working cars from the turn of the century that still work. That was a really symbolic, really important episode, I think, for our series.
My favorite invention was the electric car, predominantly because it was functional. I could get in there and race around, and it was super, super fun. I think we are kind of inspired by true events. In the turn of the last century, people were thinking about going to the moon. So I don't think it's that out there. I just think it was 69 years ahead of schedule.